This is a story about failure. Hey, I'm Nicholas, and I'm an artist. About 6 years ago, I poured my heart and soul into a piece of artwork. I'm talking 160 plus hours of work. That's a full month of 40 hours a week effort. To give you an idea of time, I work pretty quickly, so this is an example of something that took me 40 hours of work. Even now, I have never again put that much time and effort into one of my works of art. But guess what? It failed. And it hurt. It still hurts. But this video actually ended up being a good idea for me. You'll find out why. I worked on this piece off and on for 2 years of my life. It started as a digital art demo at an art gallery. My friend, Derek Gores, he asked me to bring in my drawing tablet to do a live demo for customers that were coming in that evening. I said, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And this cool ornate tiger came into existence. I asked myself, what do I do now? I like where this piece is going. When you get pumped about artwork, there's usually nothing that's going to get in the way of you finishing it. Well, I sat on it for a few months. I was a new father at the time for my firstborn. It was in 2016, so she was about 1 year old, and I had a full-time job. So, I just started to work on it, chisel out a little piece here, add a little detail there. Not to get too much into the weeds, but I worked on it, and I worked on it some more, and then it was finished. Taken Temple was complete. That was my title. You think it's cool? Huh? It kind of explains the story, but we'll get to that. I put together what I thought was this epic short video, added some music that I made myself, and then I posted it. Artists, do you ever find yourself working on something and you just think to yourself, man, this is it. This is the one. This is the one that's going to be life-changing. Well, Taken Temple was what I felt like at the time, my magnum opus. This is the one that was going to make me. With my lack of understanding of how the internet actually works, I thought for sure this is the one that goes viral. There's no way it's not going to go viral. It's too good not to. Does this sound familiar? Delusions? Well, that's what naive Nicholas thought. This is the one to rule them all. Oh no. Sorry, I got a cold. The old mindset, if you build it, they will come. Well, in my mind, it was built, and they were going to come. I'm gonna come. Well, they didn't. I posted on several platforms. Nothing. Although I don't like to admit it, I definitely create art for the attention and praise that I can receive. It's the feeling that I chase after, and it's the feeling that I think the majority of artists chase after, even if they're not willing to admit it. I felt rejected and defeated. Was it too ambitious? Did I use too much time? Where did it go so wrong? So what did I do? I gave up on it and I moved on to the next thing. Fast forward 6 years later and 6 years wiser. Every once in a while I do an audit on my old work. I open up Dropbox and I go to those folders, the ones, and you kind of just take a look at what you used to work on. And as I was looking, there it was, Taken Temple, the what could have been. I recently launched my personal art website to sell my artwork and merch. I thought it'd be cool if I reworked Taken Temple and made it more appealing to sell it as a print. I also had to adjust the printing size because when I made it at the time, I made it for some reason at 16:9 HD, like 1080p resolution instead of a print size. Sometimes you don't think things through. So as I looked at Taken Temple, I thought to myself, it was a great idea. It has amazing details. It's a tragedy it ended up being wasted. Let's rework it and make it the right size and everything. And I'll work with my printer, do some tests, and then we'll get this put up on my website. Might as well try to sell it. So I decided to analyze this piece and figure out how I can redeem it. So I went to my Instagram and I started to scroll, and then I noticed something. Wait, what? I only posted about this piece of artwork one time. I spent over 100 hours on this piece of artwork, and I only posted about it once. Didn't show any of the details, never shared anything meaningful about the artwork, and then I got butthurt because it didn't do anything on its own. Wow. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good at all. And I'm kind of stunned. So this piece of artwork didn't fail me. I failed the artwork. After looking at all the painstaking detail that I put into this piece of art, I'm still very proud of it. The thing is, I didn't tell a story about the artwork. And there's a lot of narrative to this piece. I didn't tell anybody about this artwork except that it was a bad boy. I'm not even joking. I said, finally finished this bad boy. I think it took me around approximately 100 hours to finish. Started over 2 years ago and has to be the most detailed piece I ever created. I didn't mention anything about the artwork, and I only made one post on Instagram. What is the viewer looking at? What's the story? It's a fantastic story. It's a homage to the things that I love. Science fiction, fantasy, the supernatural. There's a freaking bodiless, ornate tiger head floating in the middle of this celestial temple. An ancient being that once dwelled in that holy place. The cosmic creature is being greeted by a concierge while other people weep. Others stand guard with no power to stop the force of supernature. I made this with the intention of having viewers pore over the details of this piece, but I didn't give anyone the details. There's a baby! There's somebody blowing bubble gum! What? There's so much to look at in this piece. So many ideas. And I didn't share that. There is so much more. There's so much more than the... I'm sorry, Taken Temple. I failed you. So what does this all mean, Nicholas? It means I need to take a step back. And if you know something you made is good, believe in it. You might just be looking at it the wrong way. I'm convinced the biggest part of the art game nowadays is marketing. Then look at me. If you got good quality art, focus on the story. Because that's where we're failing. That's where I'm failing, man. So what's the plan for my tiger friend? I guess we're friends again. The plan is to update the artwork. That's something that's already in the works. What would make this piece more appealing? And retelling the story. I'm thinking live streaming the process. So stay tuned. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton and helps me to get my story out. If you're interested in purchasing some of my artwork, go to nicholasroberts.art. There you can buy prints and original works of art, and I've got some new merch on the way, so keep an eye out for that. I hope this helps you and it serves as a lesson. Don't do your artwork a disservice by not telling the story. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.